Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today we're going to talk about using our punches and our punch art in a different way. I had an idea, I did a little test, and it sort of worked out, so let me show you what I'm talking about. These are some of the punches I played with. I don't have a finished project to show you here with the hexagon, but I do with the scallop, and we're going to make one with the heart. So let me show you this. And when I say finished project, it's not exactly finished, but I do have a sort of finish of it so you can kind of see it. So this is the folio as it would open, okay? And what I want to show you is using your punches as a spine for your photos. Look at this. If we open this page, look right there. Do you see that little guy? Now, this one, using just the one, is not exactly what I want. I want to show you this, and the reason it's not is because I have a little bit of wiggle room because I just used the one right there. But I do like how it turned out. I think if I redid this one, I would use a smaller scallop and do two, and I'll show you that because that's what we're going to do in the one we're making together. But look how cute this is. It's such a quick, easy way to just throw a photo gift together, and so that's what we're going to do. The other one has it as well, has the little cameras down here holding it together, and they're glued all the way in. And then with one piece of cardstock, we make a little book. So let's make that together using our punches to get even more bang for our buck, right? Okay, so let's get started first with the outside, which seems a little weird, but I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And this piece here is 7 3/4 by 12. All right, so we need to put that into our scoreboard. So I want to show you, I'm using directional paper. Okay, so my cardstock on the back is not directional, but on the front it is. And this guy is going to open like this, like we see it here. So you want to make sure when you put this in your scoreboard, your pattern is going that way to the top. Okay, and now we need to score. So our first score mark is 1.5 inches. So we'll just go here and score that. Our next one is 2 1/4. So this guy has a 3/4 inch spine. It's a pretty good size. Then we got 6 3/4, so it can hold lots of little photos, and then 7 1/2. And when I was working on this, Shannon said, wouldn't this be cute to put like at tables, like if you put out the little disposable cameras, make one of these for every table or make enough of these for every photo and just put those pictures in it. Like, don't have to study over it or design it or decorate it super. Just put the pictures in it. Let it be like a little photo brag book kind of thing. It would be super cute. All right, so now that we've got this all scored, let's go ahead and fold and crease. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to score on both sides, or crease on both. Yeah, score on both sides, because this paper, sometimes you can get some cracking, especially on this dark color, and I may still get a little bit. I'm not going to stress about that if I do, but it does help if you go ahead and score both sides. All right, I'm going to flip this over. Do you see how easy that folded? That was nice. All right, let's fold and crease. There's that next one. It just pops into place. All right, and then these two. So you can see, it's kind of like a little wallet book almost. Like, you could do anything with this shape. You could turn it into anything. Be a super cute dad's brag book too for like Father's Day. Too cute. All right, let's build the pages. So these pieces here are 7 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's because I want my punch art to live here and I want my 4 by 6 photo to live here. So I wanted plenty of space. But I want to tell you something about these. I would suggest if you have some leftover pieces from paper packs, this is a great way to use them, because sometimes you have like half a sheet or 3/4 of a sheet and not quite enough to do in a big folio. This is perfect. Okay, so I just cut 5 different pattern pages down to that size, and when I did that, I had this little leftover piece. So these were left over on the edges. So what I'm going to do is look on the back side and pick the one I want to be my hearts for this. I think I like this black. That feels like dominoes to me. Every time I see it, I think that. And then I also think I want to use this green. All right. So that's all I'll need to make this happen, so I can use this for another one or in some other way. And I'm going to use my heart. Now the heart I'm using is a 1.5 inch. This comes in that We Are Nesting heart set. And I need to punch 4 of the green. And because this pattern doesn't matter, I can just flip this over and get 2 more out of here. And I certainly could do better of saving this paper. I still probably can get another heart here. Surely I can. I don't need it right now. We're going to use those. And then I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to get 4 out of this one. Now, if you're using a paper that has a pattern, pay attention to that, because although my hearts are all going to go up in this direction, you still want to pay attention and make sure that whatever the pattern looks like is correct. Like, see how I turned that on the side? If this pattern wouldn't allow that, I couldn't do that. All right, so we got our hearts punched. Now what I want to do is I want to take these guys in 2 piles, and I just want to fold them in half and crease the middles, just like so. Get all of them done ahead of time so I don't have to stop and do them as I go. Same over here. Fold and crease. Think about in your stash, you're probably already doing it. What punches do you have that you can do this kind of thing with? Not just punches, think about your dies. There may be a die that even has like an unusual shape. One I think would be fun to try. You know the dies that are long rectangles and have like the ribbon tails on either end? If you folded that in half, I think that would be kind of cool. There's lots of different things you can use for this. All right, so you're going to pick the one you want to be the top of your little booklet, the one you want to hold the first photo. Let me see what options I have here. I think I want to do something a little, this one's cute. Something a little bold. I think that'll be precious. And in my book, this is important. Let me show you. I have my top set of pages opening to the left and my bottom set of pages opening to the right. I want to do that in this book as well, okay? So the ones I'm working on right now, this is going to be the top book. So that means I need to bind it on this end. When I'm doing the bottom, I want to bind it on the other end. All right, so you don't put anything on the front section. We're going to turn this over, okay? And I'm going to lay it like this so I don't get myself confused. And we're going to pick up our little heart. I think I'll use the black on this page so it'll really pop. So we're going to pick up one of our little hearts, and I'm going to show you where it's going to live. It's going to go sort of at the top like this, and we're going to glue these together so that little heart is what's going to hold our page together. I'm going to put one at the top and one near the bottom. That way I get more stability in my book, the whole having one at top and one at bottom instead of just the one in the middle. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to add some glue, and you'll see I'm not being shy about my glue. I'm not putting too much on. I'm just making sure I'm getting good coverage. And you just want to line this up so that the fold of your heart is right to the edge. And the heart works perfect because of that center. It's pretty neat. All right, so we got one on. Let's put the other one on. Another cool thing about this little book, what I think is so cool, is it's pretty forgiving because you're not going to see these from one page to the next. So if they're not exact in placement, it's not going to matter as long as they're pretty close. So I've got one at the top, one at the bottom, just like that. Now I'm just going to close these down, add some glue, and I'm going to take this top page and I'm going to place it down, but I'm going to pick this guy up and tap everything into place. So tap the back into place. I'm picking up the whole pile. You'll notice I'm even picking up pages we haven't even gotten to yet. It just keeps everything nice and square. So now this one is assembled. I'll show you. So when we open this up, you'll see our little binder. Isn't it cute? You can even lay it down and make sure it's nice and flush. Okay, so now I can turn this one over and add my next page doing the same thing. This time, see this? I don't want to use the green there. Let's use the black. I thought I would mix it up, but I want to just kind of pay attention to what we'll show. And we may even get to a point where I have to use a different color altogether. We'll see. Now I put glue on this side, so I'm just going to put it here. As long as it gets glued down, it doesn't matter which way you go. Put that little guy on like that. And now the next one. This idea kind of came to me from the rosette binder. Remember we took that rosette and made that little binder? I was standing at Amber's desk the other day and she had a punch laying on her desk, and I looked at it, the scallop punch actually, and I was like, you know what? I think I can make a binder out of that. And how fast would that be, right? We didn't have to cut strips or score anything, or we didn't have to do anything like that. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to tap this down, get it all even. I mean, there was no math to this. We just punch and go. It's pretty cool. All right, let's add these to the other side and finish this little booklet out. So this is my last page to attach. Tell me in the comments below what shapes you could see yourself using here. Maybe the hexagon or the hearts, or maybe you have another shape. Or maybe just the smaller scallop circles. Like instead of the one in the middle, maybe do the two at top and bottom. That would be cool too. I love that I can just stand this up, tap everything down, and know that it's all nice and even. That's really cool. All right, now you want to run through and open everything out. Just make sure everything will lay flat. You may have to retrain something. Remember, it's cardstock, so you can do that. Like, see how I'm just kind of pressing? No big deal. Now, the back doesn't get anything. The back is just going to get glued straight into the book. So there we go. There's one. Okay, so while I've got this guy like this, and before I even put him in the book, I'm going to go ahead and put some place photo here, mats on top. Now, here's the thing. If I were doing this as a gift for someone, then I already had the photos, I wouldn't put this down. I would just put the photo down just to save space and save cardstock. But since I'm making this possibly as a gift, you might just give it to somebody to fill up. If you put these pieces in, then they'll always know exactly where they need to put a photo and how. And this piece that I'm putting down is 4 by 6. And you'll see that I did the measurements for this book a little bit bigger so that you could have a little bit of this show around the photo when you put it in. So there's one. Now we'll open it up and we'll put 2 inside. And the reason this kind of skips over to the side like it does is so you can avoid the little hearts so they stay there in the middle, or whatever your binder is. Got all of my photo mats installed because I'm not going to put one on the very back because I'm going to use this piece to my advantage. Because I'm gluing this into just a single piece of cardstock, especially this is just some Echo Park cardstock. I didn't do anything super thick. I'm going to use this whole piece to apply glue and stick it down, and that will also make it much more stable. All right, so we're going to put glue all over the back. By the way, so many of you have asked. Glue presses are on their way back in. Vinny ordered, he ordered an order bigger than we've ever ordered before. So if you've been looking for them, they're on the way. All right, I'm going to put this right between my score marks in that top section. And I'm really paying attention to right here. In the measurements I give you, I've given you plenty of space to clear that. See how we get no resistance? You have about 1/8 of an inch top and bottom there. So I put that one at the top, and now I'm going to glue my bottom one in. And remember, it goes the opposite way. So this one will go just like this. And we're going to place it the same way at the bottom. A little bit of space on either side and there. Isn't that cute? It's so easy to do. And now what you've got is these pages that open, and we use that little heart to bind them and hold it in. All right, then I think I'll add maybe some more cardstock to the top as well. And I'm going to put my magnets in. Let's start with magnets. I'll show you what I did. You might have noticed on the first one that I showed you, I haven't covered them yet or anything so you could see them. But I'm using the smaller magnets here, and I'm going to put one at the top right in this kind of in the center of my flap. See, I'm giving myself a finger width on either side, and I'm going to put one down here. So they're about 1/3 of the way up, 1/4 of the way, probably 1/4 of a way up from top and bottom. So just place those in like that, and the sticky on them helps so much. All right, peel off the backer. And I had someone tell me in a video recently that they appreciate that I explained this next step. Let me explain it again in case you've never heard it. When you put your magnets on, if you don't stand this guy up and square it up and you just kind of do this and put your magnets on, it's always going to do like this, okay, because you're kind of telling it to do that. So what we want to do instead is we want to stand this up and square the bottom, and we want to square the top. And you see how I have to pull this forward into that crease to get it square? You definitely want to do that so that when your magnets are in, they are nice and square. I'm going to pick it up and do the bottom. And earlier when I did that first one, I actually put my hand in and squeezed. And then I'm going to do the same on this end just to squeeze that magnet down. And now your magnets are installed, and they're on either end, which gives you good stability. All right, so this guy's going sideways. Let's put some pretties on it. So I've decided I'm going to use some stickers to cover my magnet. I think that'll be cute. And then I can put some cute things there too. But I don't have to do full cardstock on it. The sticker pack is super cute, and there's all kinds of things to dig into here. That sticker says to have and to hold. I think that's cute there. And this one says happy day. So that covers up those two magnets, and then I can cover up here with more stickers. So I was going to use stickers, but then I got to thinking, wouldn't it be cute to use some of our hearts to kind of carry that out? And I think that would be a cute way to cover those up as well. And they fit in there perfectly. And that still works. So let's put something cute here. So this piece is in the paper pack. It's actually a larger cut apart that I trimmed down to fit. I think this is so pretty. And I'm going to put that in this area. But I also think I want to run a piece behind it. So let me check what I've got. So I cut this strip the same width as the book across the front. And then I think this guy can live on top of there and be really pretty. Something like that. I think that's cool. One of my favorite things about Echo Park and Cartabella papers, they usually have one of these strips like this. I think this might work. I'm going to look. It may not. It may be a little too different from what I'm doing. Oh, see, that's really cute. I think I'm going to run that right there. Then I'll just snip that off where it hangs over. Then I may add this other piece just to bring some of the green in again. Wouldn't this be pretty right above it? Maybe even just a little bit separate from that one. Let's see if I can make that happen. Alright, so there's that. And then one more thing I want to do. These buttons are our Buttons Galore wedding pack, and they are cute. And I think it would be really cute to add a button right here at the top, but I don't know which one. So I'm going to play around and then we'll decide. So I think I'm going to use this or some combination of them. First, I want to go ahead and cut the backs off of these guys. So let me pop these little pieces off. I wanted to use this, but it doesn't feel like a ring to me. It just feels oval. So I think I may just put 3 little flower pieces down here. All right, I'm going to use some of my Fabri-Tac to put these on. You can use your art glitter glue. It will work. It just takes it a little bit of time to dry. And this first one I'm going to put right up here like it's a button, keeping that closed. And this guy down here, he's just pretty. I wish there were 2 of those in the button pack. I think that would be cute together. And there we go. I think buttons just dress everything up. And you know, they're not super expensive to do that. This simple little book just looks so fancy with those little buttons on it. I'm going to carefully go inside and show you. So you have 2 spots to put photos, plus all kinds of little sentiments or anything you want to add to the inside. You could add more strips of paper if you wanted to here and there. I'm being careful because those buttons aren't dry yet. But I love how this looks, and think of this for every occasion, not just wedding, but any occasion, birthday party, graduation, anything, just a weekend together, maybe Memorial Day weekend, you took some pictures. Wouldn't it be cute to use the patriotic paper to do this? I think so too. All right, you guys, there's another way to make a little album. You can see on the side how it looks. And I hope you enjoyed that. Tell me again in the comments what punches you can see yourself using or what die sets you can see yourself using to make the same binding. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. And until next time, bye now.